What is up, everybody? It's Grim here. Hope you're all good. Hope you had a great weekend. Oh, I know, we're back. New week. But we're going to kick it off with a bit of Valkyrie. Yeah, the monk. We're going to kick it off. Now, this is going to be longer than the 5-minute normal video I like to do. And that is because we are finally going to look at the professions. Now, you may be wondering what the hell is this weird box in front of you. This is part of TSM. It's got a little disenchant thing. This is for the milling of plants, but also it basically looks exactly the same if you're going to do enchanting. So if you've got items that you can break down in your bag, this little window will pop up, and you can either say, I want to ignore that, don't frag that item because it's actually transmog, or you can start breaking stuff down. Just makes life a little bit easier. Now we've got 800 plants here that need to be fragged down, so this is going to take some time. So I'm going to kind of skip ahead, fast forward a little bit. Now I know many of you may say, whoa, Grim, where'd you get these from? They were actually sent over from an alt. I know that could technically be cheating in the basis of what we're trying to do, but I've only topped up from alts. A lot of these plants were picked from Val's garden, and to be fair, you know, we're just accelerating the process. It wouldn't take that long to go around and farm and farm and farm. Certainly if you've been doing this since launch, most of you, like myself, have probably got numerous alts with bags bursting with shit you've got from your garrison. But I understand many of you see it as cheating, and I apologise for that, but it's just literally to speed up the process that we're trying to do. So anyway, I'm going to go and speed this up. We're going to frag all this down into the pigments that we need, and I'll catch you guys there. Okay, so that is done. As you can see, we've got our 336 pigments. Now, we're going to have to turn some of them into inks, some of them into war paints. We're going to have to use some of them to make glyphs, as in to actually create glyphs. The problem we're going to have straight away is that obviously we're only level 12 in inscription at the moment, so we're going to need to learn all these different things. You know, we haven't got any glyphs at the moment. We're going to need to learn them. Then we're going to need to learn what sells, what doesn't sell. You know, what do we have access to that we can actually start making money from. Now, these are probably going to be the first things I look at, which are the trinkets and the cards and that sort of thing. The intelligence bits of scrolls and shit, we're not going to bother with them. But first we're going to need to actually create the tools to enable us to make all this good stuff. So we'll get our dailies out of the way. There we go. And these are the things we're going to need, but we need parchment for those. So let's get the inks out of the way. Now, for those of you who've never done inscription before, it's not entirely like other things. I've never done it before, so I'm not the be-all and end-all of knowledge on inscriptions. It's literally my first time on my very first character. But from what I can tell, basically you make these scrolls, or whatever you want to call them, and when you right-click on them, they teach you how to make a glyph. So you don't just go to your trainer and say, I want to buy all these glyphs. It actually teaches you, you know, you need to use this. It'll teach you all sorts of different things. And we'll have a look at some of those in a minute. Because at the moment, as you can see, we have no glyphs here. We're supposedly the glyph making class, and we have none of them. So we've got war paints out of the way. We've got nope. We need to do war paints, but I'll get some more of these, the inks first, because we need to use them for loads of stuff. Now, try not to take this as a guide of how to make a shit ton of money on inscription. It's not. It's kind of like just me talking about my mindset, my processes of going through the very first baby steps of how we're going to use the professions to make us more money, and it's a learning process. I don't know what's going to sell. I don't know what people are looking for on the auction house with regards to inscription, and that's the cool part of it. That's the learning. You know, at the end of the day, everything is going to sell. Everything. But it's how many people at that time want to buy it, and will they buy it at my price? That's what's going to dictate how quickly these things sell. Now, so we've got basically our raw ingredients. And I've basically just cut out me running off and going to get some parchment paper and that. So we're all done. We've got all of our base raw ingredients that are going to help us make what we need to make. As you can see there, I've got some light parchment. So these are the scribe's research notes. So basically we click on that, boom, and it teaches us a glyph. So there we go. That's our very first glyph. And that's for a mage. Oh, cheers, Luai. Error. Always good when you get a patch. Okay, so there we go. It's a mage glyph. It's a major one, and it's not going to sell for a huge amount of money. That's fine. You know, we're going to get some like that. And to be fair, any amount of money, as long as we have the ingredients and it's not really costing us anything, even if we get 20 gold from it, that's all good by us. So we've got make loads of these research notes just so we can start learning some glyphs. And fingers crossed we hit upon one that's going to make us a shit ton of cash. Now, In this process, I'm not looking for an instant, you know, wonder item that's going to make us 1,000,000 gold in a second, because it's just not going to happen. It's going to be a slow process where we build up. And as I say, it's all dictated by how much we put on the auction house and how many people at that particular point in time want to buy those items. You know, we need to make the balance of when we put these things up. And you'll see at the very end of this video, I've actually got about 3,000 gold's worth of items on the auction house. Now, I don't expect all that to sell, but when it comes back, I'll look at it, we'll readjust our prices, we'll put them back in the auction house, and fingers crossed we'll eventually meet somewhere in the middle where we've got somebody that wants to buy it and they're happy to pay our price. And that's where it comes from. So there we go, got more of these glyphs. Oh, good. Now, they're a future thing. Okay, we'll be looking at those in the future. Right now, they are not my primary concern. Now, we need to get more of these war paints and that, because we can make the really sexy, tasty stuff with the war paints. So we need to get our hut working for us. Sorry, our scribe's quarters, not a hut. So there we go, create all of that, just fill them up. And we'll come back and collect them in a couple of hours. Well, about a day or two I think that'll take. That's fine. That's all good. So, let's try and focus now on what we're actually going to make that we can put on the auction house today. Now that is going to be up here. It's going to be this, like these cards. So these are like the cards of fortunes. Flip them to find out your fate. Then you've got trinkets. Now these are only really basic trinkets. You know, you're not looking at the 640 pluses. We're looking down 585 is the highest we can do. But that's fine. As you can see, we're going to get a couple of 100 gold for them, hopefully. But, so yeah, we'll probably do, I think because we've got the pigments and that, we'll do 2 of each. And then, I don't know, we'll probably do a shitload of those cards. I don't know how many we'll make, because they don't take a lot. I didn't take 2, so we'll have to make another one of those. There we go. And then we got these savage ones. The savage ones are 585. They're the highest that I can make at the moment. Boom. Okay, cool. So we've got 2 of those. Now we are going to go for the cards. Dun, dun, dun. I have no idea. These are the unknown. These are what will either fetch us a load of gold, make us a load of money, or will just blah. They'll just do nothing for us, and we'll end up lumbered with them for ages. And I've just noticed I don't even have the parchments enough. Okay, let's quickly mount up and buy some more parchment. Buy 50 of those. There we go. Okay. So let's start making some more of these. Boom, there we go. So as I say, these are unknowns, but it's just testing the water. We'll put them up for a certain price, and we'll see if they sell. If they don't, blah, so be it. We'll fucking flip them over ourselves and have a look. But fingers crossed the trinkets will sell. They'll get us... Trinkets I can see a reason for. The cards, who knows? Don't know if they'll sell. Let's get our stockpile down here. So these are all the items we're going to try and sell now. Now, as you can see, it hasn't taken us very long to get those items done. But, potentially, even though it doesn't look it, there's about 3,000 gold's worth of gear there for what I put it on the auction house for. Which is pretty tasty. So, let's get away from this freezing cold fucking garrison. And let's go over to the auction house and actually have a look at throwing them up there and seeing if we can get a decent price. Okay, much better. We're in sunny Orgrimmar. Nice and warm. Let's get into this auction house. I don't know why my frames per second is so low, but there we go. Doesn't matter. Not like we're doing a lot. Okay, so we want to sell our pro. Let's have a look. Alright, boom. That is a big chunk of gold. I don't quite know who would... Okay. I don't know who would spend 1,000 gold on 20 of those. So we'll split these down in some stacks. Now, by the way, you will actually find out in this video I learned to do something that I hadn't... that I didn't know that I could do beforehand. But so you will see, this is just proof that it's a learning process for me as much as you guys. It's, you know, we're teaching each other, we're learning together, and fingers crossed we can all make some nice fat money. And right, so 234 gold. If we get that, that is crazy gold. That is pretty damn sweet. Right, chuck another stack in there. And here we go. This is when you'll see actually you go, oh no, might be the next one. Oh no, it's me trying to be intelligent. So you see I actually increased the stacks. So I don't need that many stacks. There we go, I want 3 stacks. There we go. There we go. And it actually plus 3 stacks for me. I didn't need to split them up at all or anything like that. Grim, you're a fucking idiot. There you go, guys. Just to prove it is me learning as I go. 20. These are crazy. The amount of gold that it's showing that these sell for is absolutely ludicrous. And we'll put 1 stack of 10 up just to see. There you go. 400 plus gold. Crazy. So now we're on to the trinks. Now we're kind of dependent on, has somebody else got anything like this up? I don't know. Well, I do know because I've already seen this. But let's have a look. So we'll go with, I want to save the Savage, we'll put them on last. Okay, so nobody's got anything up, so let's have a look on the global. Now, as we know, when we did the cloths and everything else, global was really far out. So I'm happy with 100 plus gold, but I'm going to throw it up there for, say, 150. Make sure it's on 48 hours, which it is. Yeah, we'll put it on for 150. If we get that back, I am absolutely over the fucking moon. I'm really happy with that. I'll just throw the rest of these on. Bump. I say these are all pretty low, so we don't really care. But maybe not. Yeah, 15,000 would be lovely, but I don't think we're going to get that. These low ones on. Now again, I mean, and it says there we're almost looking at 300. If these sell instantly, they literally just sell straight away, then we'll know we can put them up for more. If they don't, then we'll look at maybe putting them up for 100. There we go, so put those lower ones on. And now we've got the Savages to put on. I will put these on for more, because obviously they're higher. But you need to be aware that obviously you can just go out into the world. You could quite easily kill a couple of rare mobs and get 616 trinkets for your leveled alt. But there we go. Now let's have a quick look here on auctions. Boom! So we have a lot of gold now resting on the auction house for really very little outlay, which is good. It's exactly what we wanted. Stay tuned, guys. On Wednesday we will come back and we'll see if anything's sold, and we'll look at how we can push this further and what more we can do. If you've got any tips, anything that I need to know, I need to learn about inscription, please by all means chuck it down below. Or any tips about the auction house in general. This is a forum, it's a feedback between both of us. You know, I put these up there more as topics of conversation. That's what these are up there for, so that we can all kind of sit around and then talk about it. But that's what we've done, guys. I hope you have a great rest of the day. More videos going up. Don't panic on that. I will catch you all later. Have a great one.